Hello, guys. Welcome to the Coolest Charles podcast. This is your boy Taboho again. Please, guys, kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Xavi Simons to Chelsea is getting closer, guys. As you can see, Xavi Simons to Chelsea is getting closer. Also, we have the latest on Jorrel Hato, Ajax Amsterdam player, also getting closer. Let's see what will happen. But I have a feeling tomorrow or by end of this week, today's Monday, actually tomorrow Wednesday, you might see here we go from either of them. So guys, please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section how you feel, what your thoughts about Xavi Simons. Are you happy that Chelsea are signing Xavi Simons? Let me know, guys, in the comment section. I think it's very important to get your input. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Big up, Dante.
Yeah, big up to Bego. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Just hopefully the echo is not too bad because I am in the bathroom. Is
Oh, okay, okay. How's your
the
holiday
echo
so
good or
far?
is not too bad?
It's not bad.
Not bad. A little bit, yeah. Sorry, because obviously my son and my wife sleeping. So yeah,
So how have you been? How's your holiday?
holiday's good. Yeah, nice and tanned. My feet are killing me. A lot of walking though. Too much walking the last couple of days, so my feet are killing me. But yeah, very good so far.
Okay, no problem. And also, how was your weekend? You tell me you invited from Chelsea and everything. Did you able to go there?
Yes, I did go. Yes, yes. It wasn't quite as I expected. It wasn't really a Chelsea event. It was more of a Damac event, not like we saw last time.
Okay.
Basically, just trying to sell the Chelsea, obviously, the apartments they're building over here. So you just had a look, had a chat, had some lunch. It was like a lunch event. It wasn't too bad, but nothing as like the launch event they had last time. Not as big. Still very nice. Nice resort, free food, free drinks, blah 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 blah. But yeah, nothing as big as it was last time. And I didn't see any other Chelsea guys there because if I did see some people, maybe I would have had a chat. But I didn't see any of the other ones there, unfortunately.
Okay, no problem, no problem. And big up to Musa. Musa says, when will we hear? Here we go. Unfortunately, we can't control that because the clubs are still negotiating. So let's see. Let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen, guys. So let's just wait. Let's just wait. So let me go to the first item. This release says the Xavi Simons to Chelsea deal is close. So, what are your thoughts about this? Are you happy finally we are getting close?
Yeah, very happy. Look, it's probably going to get done when, I'm not sure. Probably this week sometime, most likely. We've still got a bit over a week to go till the players go back to Cobham, so for training. So
Yeah,
it'll definitely, if it's done, it'll be done by then. Him and the Hato one, but yeah, look, they're probably trying to sort out details, taking a little bit longer, but these new contracts, they're never easy, so they always take a little bit longer, unfortunately. So, but I think 95%, I think this is pretty much done. I think we're definitely going to get him. You can never say never, but that's why I say 95%. I think it's pretty much done.
yeah, I agree with you, bro. We should not be carried away because anything is possible. Even we can even get it. Here we go, and the deal collapse along the way. We just saw that with the what you call Nottingham Forest player. The deal collapsed. So anything is possible. And big up to Lukama watching you from Lusaka, Zambia. Big up, big up, big up, big up, bro. I appreciate it, and thank you for joining. So hopefully we get this deal done. Like you said, Dante, next week Monday the players are reporting back from to training. So I think it's very important to get him and Hato this week so that from Monday they can join rest of the group and start afresh with the group, not along the way. So hopefully we can get it done as soon as possible.
Yeah, no, I think that's the plan. That's been the plan all along to make sure we get these done before that happens, so they can join up at the same time. So yeah, that's exactly what you want. At least it is a shorter preseason, obviously because of the Club World Cup. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's important to get them in nice and early with the group at the same time. But I think that's been the plan all along. That's why we're signing him now, and that's why we're talking to them, both of them now. I think they'll be done by the end of the week, both of them.
100%. And big up to CFC Steven. It's been a while, bro. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. And then we had something about Garnacho. Most of the fans don't like it, but again, we talked about it several times. Not this one. Okay. Anyway, says Chelsea could bid for Alanda Garnacho in addition to Xavi Simons, as reported on Talksport last week. Another left winger possible even after getting due to Quenda arriving in 2026. Mudrik unavailable, Sancho returning to Manchester United, and a chance George is loaned. So, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think is it necessary us to get another winger even and Xavi Simons?
Look, it can't hurt. I keep saying this. We need a bigger squad. We're going to have a lot of games. And we saw last season, or by the end of the season, basically, we were running a bit thin. So we had a lot of wingers, but then all of a sudden, yeah, we're running a bit thin on wingers because, we were pretty lucky with injury, though. Let's not forget we were very
Yeah.
good with injury for the wingers as well. So normally wingers, yeah, they have a higher percentage of getting injured as well. Wingers, because obviously they run a lot, the speed, taking on players, the acceleration. So they would usually get more injured more often. So we were pretty good with that. Going into a big season next season, if we can get Garnacho on top of Simmons, I say yes. I like the depth. I like his profile. I know he's not a liked player for a lot of reasons, but I do trust Maresca and our directors that they will bring him in, for a reason. They will use him. And also, I trust Enzo Fernandez if he comes in. Enzo Fernandez is not going to let him play up or do anything like that. So, yeah, I don't mind it. I think that depth is good to have. More competition for the players as well. And look, he's actually pretty good player. Besides, obviously, his antics on the field. Not him off the field, more of his brother off the field. But on the field, he's actually been very good when he played in the right system. For a young, he was 18 when he started, and then 19, really, really good. The last year, so not that good because the Amarim doesn't play with wingers really as much, so it didn't really suit him. So his numbers were not very good, but a lot of potential, and I don't mind the depth and the competition. To be honest, I would if we can get him for a really reasonable price. But more importantly, if we get him on a loan with an obligation to buy, like we did Sancho, the Sancho deal, well, then it's a no-brainer to me. I think that should be done. Uh, the only reason people are saying is George. They want to see more of Tyreek George. I agree, but then it depends what you want to do. If you want to win, if you're going for the Premier League title, and if you want to make sure you Champions League go far, and in the cup competitions, well, you need that depth. We didn't need it the last couple of years as much because we're not quite ready. But now a lot of the players are ready and they're hungry. Tyreek George might find it pretty difficult for game time. I would rather send him out on loan somewhere where he can play 80% of the games than
Mm.
actually him staying at Chelsea and playing 10% or 20% of the games. I think that's better for his career. That's better for Chelsea. That's better for everyone. So, yeah. Uh, but I do, like I said, I trust Maresca the most. I trust Maresca that he'll make the right decision.
100%, 100%, bro. I agree with you. We need a bigger squad to compete. And also, as Chelsea fans, we know Chelsea is all about competing. We used to have the best players in the world. confided for the competition, and it was healthy because we're winning trophies. And Ben knew, I mean, Manchester City signed some players, even Liverpool signed Hugo Ekitike. Now they are looking for Isak. That means the competition is very high. Also, Arsenal just signed Victor Gokere. So clearly, we need to strengthen. So as much as people will say, "Oh, Chelsea is greedy and everything," we need to make sure we compete next season, especially the Premier League, the Champions League. It won't be easy. So getting into the top four, challenging for the league, maybe, or even, for example, winning a trophy won't be easy. So we need to maintain to be in the top four next season. It's very important so that we can sustain financially. Then we can maybe in the next season challenge for the league. But if we manage to get two signings, hard to, I mean, Xavi Simons and Garnacho, I think we are going to challenge for the league. Yes, there might not be world class players, but I think after seeing what Enzo Maresca can do, I think the players will believe, especially in the Club World Cup. No one believed in us, and we did it. So overall, let's see what will happen. For me personally, I want Xavi Simons, Garnacho, like we always say here on the channel, let it be similar to Sancho. Then I'll be happy. But if you get him for 40 or less, I'll still be happy because at the end of the day, he'll be a Chelsea player. Nothing to complain about. We need to support these players. Also, as Chelsea, competition should always be high, no matter what. You love this player, blah blah blah. Nah, 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 nah. Competition need to be high.
Exactly. And if we want to, like you mentioned, if we want to win a competition, maybe like a FA Cup, League Cup, well, those are the players that will win you those competitions because they're going to be playing 80% of those games. Maybe only when you reach the final or semi-final, you have some of the better players coming in. But mostly in those competitions, you're going to play those second, third string players. And if you've got strong players like that we have available, if we get these players, well, then we can definitely get really far and win those competitions as well. So, for next season expectations, I'm still looking at a top four, minimum top four. I'm just trying to say minimum top four, probably quarterfinal, maybe Champions League quarterfinal around there, minimum. And if we can win one of those cups, that'll be like a very, very good season. Again, going in the right direction. And the season after, go for the Premier League, etc. I mean, it can happen next year as well, but I just think maybe we're just not quite ready 100% yet. But never say never.
Yeah,
So we'll see what happens. But if you want to win at least, look at Arsenal. A good example is Arsenal. They have hardly any depth. They don't have much depth. They cannot win any competition because they have no depth. They don't get far in those cups. They lose quarterfinals. They have no depth. All their eggs in the basket are for the Premier League. And if they don't win the Premier League, they're not winning anything else because they don't have that really quality depth like we would have if we sign a lot of these players to win those other competitions. And I think that is an important next step for us to win another trophy in England, like the FA Cup. League Cup, probably good as well, but FA Cup, definitely, that would be the next step going forward. And obviously, like you said, maybe even challenging for the league. But, winning one of those cup is another big step forward, in my opinion, because you're doing it in England as well.
100%. Let me some comment from Cole Palmer. I rather we go after Malik Fofana and says I don't want Gary Sanchez near my club. Well, we used to say this right now, but unfortunately, we just accepted the situation that Sancho, I mean, Garnacho is most likely will join Chelsea if we really are pushing for him. Even likes of Lem Dilep, we said they are not ready to come to Chelsea, but we signed him. Nothing we can do. We need to support the player. He's our player right now. So
Support him.
nothing
What
can.
I don't want we sign Garnacho and people do what they did to Maresca and other players like Sanchez and other and booing them and giving them abuse and hate. That's you don't do that. You give the player a chance first. If he does something to warrant that, maybe, but you don't do that from the start. That's not how it should be. That's not a supporter. That's not a true fan. You have to back your players, especially if we sign a. People forget he's a very young kid still. Yeah, he might be does something, but that can change very quickly overnight if he has the right leaders and the right people around him.
Exactly, bro. For example, like here in South Africa, I support a team called Kaizer Chiefs, one of the biggest teams in South Africa, even Africa. But guess what? We had almost 9 years without winning a trophy. But I was still supporting the team. Even though I know next game we're going to lose, I was supporting the team until last
Of
season
course.
we won
Yeah.
one trophy. Hopefully this season we can be better as a team. Simple as that. No matter what, if you really love your club, you need to support your club so that they can be better team. So I don't understand sometimes crying. Yes, some players we don't like, it's okay. But as soon as that player signs for Chelsea, you need to support the player. For example, Noni Madueke to Arsenal. Those fans never wanted Noni Madueke. But after it was officially announced, I saw their comments. Okay, welcome to Arsenal. Now we're going to support you. That's what you can do. Prove us wrong. Those kind of things.
Yeah, it changed a little bit. It definitely changed, and yeah, and that's how it should be. To be honest, you got to support that player till he does something bad or he doesn't do what he does. As you know, Madueke is probably the one of the players I disliked the most, but I still supported
Yeah.
him most of the time. It's only at the end of the season and stuff when I saw him not really contributing and doing what he should be doing those last 10 games of the Premier League season. And of course, in the conference final and the Club World Cup games where he looked like he didn't care or wasn't interested. Well, then I had a real go at him, yes. And I wanted him, I'm like, if you go to Arsenal, you're talking to Arsenal, well, bye bye. That's when I got into him really hard. You can do that. But before that, the start of the season, I always gave him a chance, always supported him from the start until he proved me that he can't do it and there's something wrong there. Otherwise, I'm going to do the same for Garnacho. I'm going to support him from the start. If it turns sour and it doesn't happen, it doesn't work, well then yeah. But you got to support these players from the start if they sign. There's no point being miserable and making those players feel unwelcome and abusing them, etc. That shouldn't be like that from this. Definitely not from the start. You got to support those players.
100%. It's Garnacho not playing. I say this now. Emo, he asked Tolerance to leave in
Oh yeah,
January.
yeah, he definitely did. Yeah,
And
yeah.
yes, it says many fans will start laughing if we send him. He's trash. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. He's still. You can't say that. He's still young. He still need to develop. He's still raw. So maybe if he come to a different club, he can develop as a player and do very well. So I don't understand that when he says
And
trash.
I think there's been good examples of that from Manchester United. Look at Sancho. Look at Anthony. Look at all these players when they went somewhere else. What did they do? And how everyone else, liked them, and there was no problems. I think this was more of a bit of a squad problem in Manchester, coaching, management there, a lot of other things that's involved than a lot of the actual players. Why? Because there's actually evidence of it. There's quite a lot of evidence of it. Even Rashford now. Look at Rashford. He's gone to Barcelona. Well, I watch him do probably pretty good there. I don't see him causing any trouble there or not having. I think there was a bit of a shake-up, management, ownership-wise, especially the new management that came in, that really shook things up. So, because that's when he turned quite sour. So, yeah, look, I'm trusting Maresca, I'm trusting the directors, I'm trusting the players like Enzo Fernandez. If he does come, I don't see to be any trouble with Garnacho. I doubt it very much there would be because if there is any little sign of it, well, he'll get put in line straight away.
100%, bro. 100%. And big up to Willie Kelly. Says big up to you all. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. Big up, bro. Up the Charles.
Yeah, bro.
Champions of the world. They never seen that.
We can say that
Says,
how nice is it? 4 more years we can say that. How
oh
good is
yes,
that?
man. Yeah, 4 years now. Now I need to convince someone to get that T-shirt. It won't be easy, but let's see. Says, I'm looking forward to seeing double Dutch Hato Simons play for us. Bro, we're all excited to see that. Hopefully, we can get the signings done as soon as possible so that on Monday they can start playing for us. So hopefully we can do that. Says if Jackson stays, I say what I do what
DOB, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure as well. I'm not sure. It's, okay, so it says if Jackson stays, I don't see Garnacho comes. Well, I think so too, but it seems like Newcastle might lose out on another player. Isak Sesko might go to Manchester United, and that means they can go for Jackson. So let's see. The transfer window is still open. Like you always say here, we need Jackson to stay at Chelsea. But at the end of the day, if the boy wants to leave, nothing can do. So let's see. Says Chelsea recognize that Marco Cucurella needs assistance given how much he has played and also the fact Chelsea will combine a Premier League and Champions League campaign this season. Let me just follow up on that. I don't understand. Maybe I can read this one first. Okay, okay. Let me start here. So Chelsea, I believe, a perspective new signing Jorrel Hato can ease some of the burden on Marco Cucurella as the club aim to close a deal for the Ajax defender for around 35 million. What are your thoughts about it, especially the fee? Because we saw some quotes from a journalist in the Dutch league says they want around 55 to 60 million. So what are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I don't see it being 35 million. There's no way they're going to sell him for 35 million. They'll be pretty foolish to sell him for 20, 35 million pounds. If we do somehow get him for that price, well, that's a steal. That's. I mean, look, the player said he's not training with them. He's not playing in the off season with them. He's waiting for the move, and he said that he prefers only Chelsea. That from some of the big reporters that have reported that. So that helps us, of course, as well. But I still don't see it being that low. I think it'll probably be around the 45 mark, maybe around there, give or take. But I don't see it being under 40 million, to be honest. If we do somehow get it, that will be amazing. But hey, it doesn't matter. He's still worth the 40, 45, even 50. He's that type of player that is worth it. Young, exciting, leadership qualities, versatile, can play left back, left centre back as well. So yeah, I think he's still worth it either way. So the money doesn't bother me too much. Either way, it will get done. So I don't care if it's 35 or 45. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't see also like accepting that fee, but if you do that, clearly it shows that Ajax and Chelsea really have a good relationship. So let's see what will happen. And guys, if you're watching, if you subscribe to the channel, please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. It's very important, especially to like. It's free. It's takes a few of your seconds. So please click the like button, subscribe, share the channel to your friends and family. You can interact with us in the comment section, talk about Chelsea and everything. Says okay, it started here. Says Sesko will reject Manchester United, no UCL. Well, now the reporting Jimmy says Manchester United and Newcastle are fighting for this player. And if you follow the Thursday with Newcastle, they've been battling. I don't know what is happening. Sesko leaving Leipzig because they have no Champions League. Let's see, man. Bigger Batman says, don't we need a goalkeeper and a pro? What?
Not sure. No.
Yeah, with a goalkeeper, we always say here, we do need a goalkeeper, but let it be a world class goalkeeper. If you don't sign a world class goalkeeper, then don't sign a goalkeeper. It's waste of time, waste of money again. Because how many goalkeepers did you sign from Gagas Slonina, you name them? They're not even world class goalkeepers. So we rather go for world class goalkeeper. Then let's see what will happen. Says if we do end up selling Jackson, I'm happy for Mark Gui to be our third choice striker. What are your thoughts about it? Are you happy about that too?
Look, yeah, that would be good for him probably. He'll be around João Pedro, Delap. He can learn quite a bit. And he probably will still get some game time as well because, yeah, look, he's very young. It's pretty hard for him to go and start anywhere, to be honest. So, yeah, look, I think that would be very good. I think he definitely stays if that happens. Of course, if we don't sign a replacement for Jackson, that is, if we don't sign someone else as well. So, but if we don't, yeah, definitely, that's a good outcome. It's perfect for him. I think he'll get a lot of cup games early on in the competitions. Um, if one of those gets injured as well, well, then he's basically second. So yeah, we'll wait and see. I would still prefer, I think, still prefer Jackson to stay to be that third guy because he's a
Yeah.
different profile as well from the others, a little bit differently. So I still prefer Jackson to be that guy. And from what reports, he's come out again and said he's going to stay and fight for his spot. So we'll see what happens with that one. But look, if he goes, yeah, Magui can do the job. It's a good learning curve for him as well. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Cole Palmer says tomorrow is deal sheet, so we can see that Austin says tomorrow. Well, let's see. It says I told by a source Xavi will be done by Wednesday. Give us the name of the source. Big up, Lil Phil. I think the first time seeing you, I appreciate it. If you've been subscribed to the channel, please kindly do. And to those who also have been subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. So, despite the reports in France, Chelsea are not currently among the clubs interested in signing goalkeeper Joe Jolly. Oh man, I'm gonna say Donnarumma because we've been. I saw the report says a link with this guy. I was like, nah, 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 impossible. This guy can't play with his feet. And also, PSG seems like they don't want to give him a new contract. Maybe it's not good enough anymore. So why should we buy PSG's reject? And also, it's earning around 200K per week. So that's a lot for a goalkeeper, especially with your structure. So what are your thoughts about this? Do you think we should sign him if he's available?
Yeah, look, we talked about this about signing a world class goalkeeper. Is Donnarumma classified as a world class goalkeeper? Well, he probably is because he's the starter for Italy. PSG top club, won the Champions League, so he's considered as a world class goalkeeper. But still, like you said, he's way worse than Sanchez with his feet. So if you think Sanchez is pretty bad with his feet, well, Donnarumma is a whole lot worse with his feet than Sanchez. So yeah, look, tough one. I don't know. I think it's another. Is he a very good shot stopper? Yes, he's a very good shot stopper, Donnarumma. You saw that in the Club World Cup, how good he was, how his reach, how he can reach balls and save. Very similar to Sanchez, but he's got the longer reach and he's a little bit taller than Sanchez as well. So he's a world class shot stopper, that's for sure. But is it worth giving him all that money? Because he's going to ask for 200,000 plus a week, and it'll probably be a pretty big fee as well. It's probably not worth doing it, to be honest. Yeah, I think I would stick with. It's hard to believe that I'm saying that, but I probably still would stick with Sanchez if we can't get like a Magnan or someone of that, or the guy from Porto as well is the Portuguese goalkeeper. Otherwise, like I said, if you put him under pressure, and you saw that with Chelsea in the Club World Cup final, we put him under pressure. He
Mm.
he was very ineffective, very ineffective. Now teams are going to do that to us a lot in the Premier League. Yeah, you don't get that time to think about it too much, and that's why Sanchez struggled as well. But hopefully he gets better at it. But playing with the ball at his feet, Sanchez is way better than Donnarumma. So for me, I probably say no. It's not worth breaking our wage structure for him. To be honest, no.
Okay. Look at this guy, man. He says, "Boo,
Who's this
Dante."
guy? Who is this guy? Who's this Chelsea perspective guy? What is he
Big
even a
up,
moderator?
coach.
He's not even a moderator. Is he a moderator in the chat?
Says, do you reckon Simmons will take the number 11 T-shirt? That's hard, man. Because, like for example, Xavi Simons, João Pedro, Estevan William, and Gittings is still there. Man, I don't know, man. You know what? I don't care about T-shirts. I just want my club, my club to do well. I don't care about T-shirts.
I will say this: he's won. Xavi Simons has won
20.
20. He's won
Yes.
20. He's won 10 at Leipzig. I think he's
Yes.
won 11 at PSG for a little bit, if I remember right. But anyway, yeah, look, Gittins, that's his number as well. 11, that's Gittins' number. So he likes that number. I've seen he's played with that in the past. Esteval, I think Esteval will stay 41. I think he'll be 41.
Yeah.
They're marketing that pretty hard from what I saw. So I think he will stay his 41 number, which I actually agree with. I would like to see that number because it suits him. It's different. I like stuff
Yeah,
like that. So I
exactly.
think he should definitely stay with the 41.
100%, bro. 100%. I agree with you. Lil Phil says he has more experience, but I think Manya has more potential. Well, with Mike Manya, I agree with you. Like we've been saying here, Mike Manya, uh, if you better goalkeeper, he should be one of number one targets as a world class striker. I mean, goalkeeper. Don't just buy another potential goalkeeper. We are so tired of that. Every season, Chelsea are buying a goalkeeper. Is that a goalkeeper can improve us? No. That's the issue we're having at the moment. So let's see. Let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen.
Yeah, and
Now,
look, Magnan, he's probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world of playing with his feet. So he's
yeah,
probably one of the best. Him, Diogo Costa is very good. Like I said, the Portuguese keeper, and him, those two keepers as world class goalkeepers would suit and would be a upgrade over Sanchez. Donnarumma, he will be an upgrade a little bit over Sanchez, but not like I said. He's way worse than Sanchez with his feet. If you think Sanchez makes errors with his feet, just wait till Donnarumma makes it. You see Donnarumma play with his feet when he's under pressure. He's going to make a lot more mistakes. So that's why I wouldn't go for that. It's just too much of a sideways move, in my opinion.
100%. 100%, bro. Now, okay, it says, let me read this. It says, big up to Anthony, by the way. Jackson out and Garnacho in. Well, let's see, man. Let's see, man. Let's see, man. Big up. It's first time seeing you. I appreciate it. Please kindly subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Says, what are the odds we sign the double Dutch players soon? Like we've been saying here, Phil, I think these deals will be wrapped up by the end of the week. We don't know when, but I think should be will be wrapped up by the end of the week. Because even Fabrizio Romano said it's close. We saw some tweets from David Epstein about Hato says the deal is getting close. So let's see, man. Let's see, man. Says, do you reckon Gabriel Slonina will go on loan? Well, the report says Gaga Slonina will be our third choice goalkeeper. So let's see. And big up, Ty. Big up, Ty. Now says this, there remain a possibility Nicola Jackson could leave Chelsea this summer. Newcastle are currently trying to sign Benjamin Sesko, but could look towards Jackson if that move falls through. What are your thoughts about this, bro? Do you think Jackson will go to Newcastle?
Like that report says, there's a lot of ifs. A lot of ifs have to happen
Yeah, if
for that to happen. Chelsea don't want to sell him. If anyone wants to buy him, well, then he's got what 10 years left on his contract. They have to pay 80 million, 100 million if they want to buy him. Otherwise, don't bother. So we're in a good position. we keep him. The player wants to stay. From what he's said, he wants to stay and fight for his position. He's always been very consistent with that, and we don't need to sell. Obviously, if a record sort of bid like that comes along, well, then the player will, and if the player says, okay, yes to that, you're going to Newcastle to be guaranteed a striking position, well, then he might say yes and go. But until that happens, there's still a lot of hurdles that need to be, a lot of dominoes that need to fall for that to get even close to that. So, like I said, too many ifs for me. For now, Jackson is a Chelsea player. He said he wants to stay and compete and challenge, and I'm going with that for now.
Yeah, like I want him to stay. Personally, I want him to stay. But let's see, man.
Exactly.
I want him to stay so desperately. I don't know why, but I want him to stay. I feel like maybe if you have someone challenging him or pushing him, he might actually do well. So let's see.
And and it's not like he hasn't done well, because he's done very well for his age and his experience. Wasn't really a striker, so he's actually done. If you look at his numbers, very good. His numbers are very good still. So he's still a
Mm,
good age. He's not. He's nowhere near his peak yet. He's nowhere near his level yet. That he's still got a level to go up, or even two to go up. So there's still a lot of potential there. But I want him to, like you, I want him to stay, fight for his spot. It will help him improve. I'm pretty sure of that, because then you've got two other guys there that he can help and help each other. They can learn from each other. So that always helps. But yeah, I don't see him leaving unless, like I said, a lot of dominoes need to fall for that to happen. And yeah, this will go down if it goes down to the last day of the transfer window. If somehow Newcastle get desperate, well, then they might actually bid 80 million for him, and then maybe Chelsea will then go to Jackson and say, "Do you want to go, or do you still want to go, or they'll give him that option."
100%, bro. 100%. Phil says, I think Mike Penders will take the number one shirt after 2 seasons. We all hope that. We all hope so because this kid, man, he's so good. And also, with his feet, he's so good. I think those who are going to watch Strasbourg this season will actually love him because I've saw him playing for, I think it's Ghent, if I'm not Genk or Ghent. He was so good. That's why he was promoted from the first academy to the first team. Says press the likes, everyone. Thank you, Will Kelly. I appreciate it.
And just to add to
Anthony
that,
says,
sorry, just to add to that, Toberg, a lot of people are sleeping on Jorgensen, but don't be surprised about Jorgensen, because his ball playing ability is up there with
man,
Magnan.
yes, so good
So
also, man.
his ball playing is probably the best in the world. I've seen him and Magnan as in goalkeepers. They're probably the two best I've seen as in playing with their feet. How comfortable they are, left foot, right foot, turns, no under pressure, no problems. Yeah, and he's very young still, so don't be surprised that he gets better and better. We saw that already at the end of last season. He got better and better. The Conference League, the finals, semi-final, the final, he did very well. So he only made one big mistake that he did, and that was when he played in the Premier League when he filled in for Sanchez. But other than that, he made no mistakes. So and be surprised he's getting better and better. That he might even take that spot as well. You never know.
100%, man. Anthony, come on, bro. Says Chelsea wants to sell Jackson. It's market strategy. It's not a natural striker. Let him go. We are tired of him. Come on, bro. Says Mike Penders will definitely be our future number one. 100%, bro.
That's the plan.
That's yeah. I think this is the plan. And also, we saw Chelsea have promoted their new, I think, under 23 coach who was coaching last season. Now is going to be a Strasbourg assistant for Lemry Senior. So clearly, if you do well at Chelsea, you still have man getting promoted. So it's a good thing. So let's see. Says I think we should find a better goalkeeper for next season because we can't risk with Sanchez. Just like Dante said, if Sanchez mess up, we're still good with Philip Jorgensen. So at the end of the day, I know they are not world class goalkeepers, but at the end of the day, I think we might actually be good. So let's see, man.
Exactly.
Let's see.
Yeah, Sanchez not world class goalkeeper because he's already his age already, etc. Jorgensen can become that though. He's only 22. He can still become that if his shot stopping's pretty good in my opinion. His ball playing, like I said, he can become world class. You never know. So him, Penders, I think for the future we're pretty set. Obviously, if someone like a Magnan or Costa comes along that is an opportunity, yeah, you go for it. But other than that, I think we're still okay.
100%, bro. I agree with you. Now the news that actually didn't trust me at all, even though came from the Saudi media says Cristiano Ronaldo won Marco Crele at El Nasa or something like that. So we just got a clarification for Bobby Vincent says there's no chance of Marco Crele leaving Chelsea. No way, bro. Marco Corella, him and Moses Caicedo, as much as I love Cole Palmer, I think these two, they are most important key players for how we play under Enzo Maresca. Yes, Cole Palmer, I know he can play on the left, right, 10 scoring goals, but Marco Corella, bro, this guy, you can't sell this kind of player. I think if you sell him, the fan base will lose it. So there's no way you're going to sell Marco Corella. It's an experienced player right now at Chelsea. So clearly we can do that. So what are your thoughts about this, especially after getting the rumors from Saudi that Al Nassr wanted him? What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, yeah, and I've seen those rumors because I'm here obviously now. I did see some of the local newspapers down in the lobby that they are they had that on the front page. Yeah, look, Ronaldo apparently made a comment that he wants him. So yeah, why wouldn't he want him? He's the best probably left back in the world at the moment. So yeah, of course he would want him. Ronaldo's signed that new contract with Al Nassr, and he wants the best players because he needs to win. He hasn't won here with Al Nassr yet. He wants to win, so he's looking for the best players. So that's fine. That's normal. But yeah, I don't think he goes anywhere. I think he stays. The only little caveat with Cucurella that he's only got 2.5 or 3 years left on his contract. He's one of the original contracts from before, with no bonuses. No, it's not an incentivized contract. He's already on 175 fixed. It's a fixed contract. He is turned 27 as well. I think he just turned 27 as well. So he's reaching that, close to that 30 in the next couple of years. Maybe in the next couple of years we'll have this discussion, I think. But now I don't see him going absolutely nowhere. Even though it might be tempting, and if it is tempting, say Al Nassr will give you 600,000 K a week, pounds, tax free. If the player somehow says yes, well then Chelsea will also ask for probably 150 million pounds transfer fee for him as well. So yeah, I don't think it happens, but if there's a little chance that it does happen, we'll still win quite a lot from it. Yeah, he's not replaceable because he's very important. But as you know, if a player wants to go, well, Chelsea will not stand in their way, but they will make sure they get a lot of money for him as well. But yeah, I don't see it happening. I don't see Cucurella being that type of guy. I think he's the type of guy that will play for his contract, stay. He's one of the original ones from the start. Like you said, he's become quite a little bit more of a leader. He's a bit more mature now, and I think he'll stay. Maybe we'll have this conversation in a couple of years' time, but not now.
Yeah, not now. Even though he turned 28 recently, bro, this guy, you can't sell him. No way. Says, do you think we can challenge for the title with this goalkeeper next season? Well, I would say this: if every game we outscore our opponent, yes, we can challenge for the title. But again, for us to title for the title, we need to talk about it maybe after December, because I think most of the time we do well from the start of the season, and then in December we just have injuries that like doesn't make sense, and we crumble. So let's see, man. Let's see. Please ask me that question again in December along the season. Then I'll tell you. What are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
look, I would have said no last season. I'll be back in one sec. Sorry, Tobago.
Okay, no problem. Says Cucurella has zero chance of leaving Chelsea. Is currently untouchable, 100%. 100%. You can't sell that guy. This Liverpool has improved immense last season, bro. Liverpool, we've been crashing on him, on this channel. In also in the Chelsea perspective that he needs to learn. Says I'm still gutted we get rid of Renato Veiga, bro. Renato Veiga, he was not even representing Portugal when he was playing at Basel. We brought him to Chelsea. He was doing very well in the Conference League. Then his national coach played him as a left centre back. Then he felt like, okay, now I need to play as a left centre back at Chelsea. He pushed to go to Juventus. He did very well at Juventus. But I think Chelsea didn't like that. That's why now they're planning to sell him. So one of the use of he playing him as a left centre back while we have Levi Colwell, and also we hear the report that Enzo Maresca still trusts Bernard Barishila. So that means there's no way we're going to have three left centre backs. So unfortunately, man, that's life. These kind of things happen. But I hope he will still remember Chelsea that we put him on the map. Are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Sorry. Yes.
Okay, you can answer that question for the challenging for the league.
With the goalkeeper?
No. Challenging is this question.
Oh, with the keeper. Yeah, with the goalkeeper.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Sorry, I had to do something quickly. Yeah. Look, I would have said no last season, but seeing those last 10 games of the season and then obviously the Club World Cup, I think we probably can challenge it. Like I said, even though Donnarumma is a better goal, a little bit better shot stopper probably than Sanchez, but not by much. PSG was still able to win with him and not play with his feet, etc. They were still able to win with them. So if they can do it, I think we can do it as well. No problem. It's going to be harder, of course. It's not as easy because you can make mistakes, but can you still win it? You probably still can. Yeah, it just will make it a little bit more difficult if it does make mistakes. But from what we've seen, the last 15 games, example from Sanchez as well. Yeah, he's made probably 2 or 3 mistakes, but none of those cost us a goal or anything. So yeah, if you can keep that going, we definitely can. If you can keep that form going in the last 15 games.
100%. Says Veiga is a good player, but he wanted to play as a centre back. That's ain't happening in Chelsea. And by the way, we signed him as a left back, so I don't know why he pushed for that AC Milan Juventus move. Yes, at Portugal he was playing as a left centre back, but I think you should have dealt with the situation in an easy way. So at the end of the day, they're young. They want to play every game. So it's good business for us. Let's sell him for big bucks. We make profit. We move on. We sign Hato. That's life, man. Let's forget about it.
Yeah, look, it's enabled us to buy Hato and probably Simmons and a couple of other players because of that. So it's a big profit on the books. Look, like I keep saying, it's a business. Clubs use players, players use clubs, sometimes for stepping stones. There's nothing wrong with that if you've got the system in place like Chelsea has, where if that happens, if that somehow happens, a year later, we got a loan fee from Juventus. We're going to get a pretty big fee for him, 30 million plus, probably for close to 40 million. We're basically making 300% profit on him. So even though it didn't quite work out because he wants guaranteed game time or whatever, he wants to be a starter, which is fine. Well, at least we're going to get quadruple our money back on him. So if you've got a good system in place like Chelsea has now with this new ownership, you got to give it to them about business and contracts and how they do everything business wise, we're not going to lose on players. We're hardly lost on any single player, to be honest. We've made a lot of money under this new ownership from selling players because of the system that it is in place.
100%. Says if Sanchez improve, I reckon we can have a chance to compete. Well, I don't want to jinx it. As a Chelsea fan, we always want our club to compete. So I'll take it in one step at a time.
Yeah, look,
So
if you're going to say the Premier League, I'd probably say it's probably harder to win the Premier League with Sanchez because it's a lot of games, consistency.
yeah,
Champions League, yes, 100%. I can say yes. FA Cup, yes. All these, yeah, 100%. I can say yes. We can win any cup competition with Sanchez. We've seen it already, so it's there.
100%. Now finally, Mike Penders, says official Mike Penders has joined uh, RC Strasbourg on a season loan. So what are your thoughts about it? Personally, I just want to give my quick opinion. I think he'll do very well at Strasbourg. He's so good, hopefully, and it can be 2 seasons loan so that he can develop further as a player, help Strasbourg to do well in the Conference League. First thing, the qualifiers to go to the group stages and I mean the league phase. Then hopefully they can challenge to win the Conference League. But again, I think this move is very good for both parties. So, what are your thoughts, bro?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little step up. They're going to have European football as well, so that's very important. He gets to he's going to have a bit of pressure because he's going to be the number one, so he's going to have a bit of pressure. He's going to be the starting goalkeeper, and he's expected to be that guy. So he's already got high expectations on him. So we'll see how he handles that. I think he'll be fine, just fine, because he's a very mature kid for his age. We saw that at Genk that he's quite mature.
Mm.
So, and in interviews I've seen as well, so he seems he's got a good head on his shoulders as well. So yeah, I think he'll do very well. Don't be surprised though if this is not just a year loan. I wouldn't be surprised if this turns into a 2-year maybe loan. He'll probably be there for another year as well. Yeah, I can see that definitely happening. But yeah, I think he'll do well. We'll be watching every game because Tobago do watch the Strasbourg games, and especially the new season now with him, Paez, etc. We're going to watch every single game. So we'll watch him closely, see how he does, see how he improves. But I think it's a good system for him to go because they will improve him in many ways. They've got quite a good coaching group there at Strasbourg, the goalkeepers. They improved, Matt Sells there was there. Obviously, Petrovic improved a lot with his feet as well there. So he will actually going into a system that we kind of translate across to Chelsea as well. So he will learn even more to play with his feet a little bit better. Still, it's not the same, but he will definitely improve on those aspects as well. So, yeah, excited to see next season what he brings to Strasbourg, 100%.
I agree with you. When you talk about Marcels, right? I'm just thinking about the coach that I'm talking about who was coaching Chelsea under 23. Did you see how he was using the goalkeeper? Man, it was so fun to watch because the goalkeeper almost is playing as a six sometimes.
Yeah, like a bit like Sanchez, Maresca makes
Yeah.
Sanchez come out of his box to play balls around. Yes, exactly. So yeah. So he will be under a lot more pressure, and he won't be just a goal line goalkeeper passing the ball around, which is easy. He's gonna have the pressure on him to come out of his box and play the ball around, which will be interesting to see. But that's why he's there to learn. If he makes a couple of mistakes, but as long as it improves long term, that's the goal. So yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Lil Phil says, what is the situation with Testa again? The situation is that Barcelona doesn't rate him anymore, and as much as what they want to sell him, I don't think what they did to him actually is so good because the plan was to keep him and buy another goalkeeper. Now they're keeping Chesney, and they signed a new goalkeeper, which is one of the good goalkeepers in the world. He's still young, but Gassi is a good goalkeeper. Now Ter Stegen, it seems like is the one who's going to lose his position at Barcelona. Whether they're going to sell him or not, I don't know. But at Barcelona at the moment, they don't read him. Maybe it's because of his injuries. Last season, I think he was out for a long time. That's why they signed Chesney. So let's see.
That and his salary and his contract situation. Yes, I think it's more
Yeah,
to do with finances than anything. Yeah, they had a big dispute about his contract and finances. Something he wasn't getting quite paid on time or something as well. There's a lot of stuff like that happening. So he said, "Well, I'm staying and I'm collecting all my contract till the end. I don't need to play. That's fine." So yeah, they've got a bit of trouble with him. But hey, it is what it is. That's their problem.
yeah, not Chelsea's problem. Now we got this news from David Austin earlier today. It says Chelsea are close in on a deal to sign Jorrel Hato from Ajax. An agreement between the clubs has yet to be reached, but is nearing with a compromise expected in the coming days on a price worth more than 30, 34.8 million. Well, I think that will be a bargain for us if this happens.
I'm surprised he's put 34.8. Well, where did you get the point 0.8 from? That's really weird. Everyone's saying 35, but he's put 34.8. He wanted to be
No,
different, obviously, also,
34.8.
which is pretty funny to me because everyone said 35. All the other Fabrizio and then some others said 35. So he's the only one he wants to be different. You can tell he wants to be different because he would have put 35 otherwise. Yeah, look, once Ornstein tweets a message, you know that deal's just about to get done. He's not like Fabrizio, where Fabrizio really,
Yeah,
really 10, 15 tweets about the same all the time, same thing. He just does one and the one before, and then the one that confirms. He does two tweets basically on a player usually. So yeah, I think this is like we said. I think this is getting done midweek. Worst probably end of the week. They'll be done 100%.
I agree with you, bro. With David Austin, doesn't have to say a lot of things. So let's see. And also, big up Phil says big up tune from Kenya. Uh, big up our Kenyan brother.
Tell you
I
what,
just want
Hater in
to.
that photo does not look 19 years old. Does he look 19 years? Does he look 19 years old to you, Hato, in that photo?
Yeah, I think he's still young.
Yeah. I know he's young, but I'm saying he looks much older than 19. He looks like a 28-year-old, not a 19-year-old.
Now from Jimmy, right? Says Chelsea are preparing their first offer for Xavi Simons. Chelsea and Xavi Simons, Chelsea, Xavi Simons, and the players camp are optimistic about a potential deal after the talks so far. Leipzig won 60 million, including the add-ons. I think, like you always say here, I think it's going to be 60 plus 10 add-ons. I don't see them reducing their fees. Seems like they want that 60 plus 10 add-ons. What are your thoughts about it? Do you think you can get him less than that?
No, I don't, for one specific reason. They paid 50 million for him from PSG a couple of years ago now, and with 30 million add-ons. So it was a 50 plus 30 add-ons they paid PSG for. So
Mm,
they're not really making much money on it. Probably those add-ons haven't been activated. We don't know what the add-ons are, but that was the contract. We don't know exactly what that 30 million of add-ons was, but probably got to do Champions League, probably, who knows, all sorts of competitions, winning something, obviously. Um, but minimum, they already paid 50 million for him. So they're not really making that much money on him. They actually spent quite I think he was the record signing, if I remember right, or something like that. So they paid a lot of money for him. So I was actually even surprised that if we can get him at 60, I still think that's a bargain for in this market today for the type of player he is at the age he is. I think that's a bargain for me. So I'll be happy even with 70. I don't mind because I think he's actually worth it because the age and the profile and how he plays. One of the most technical players that I've seen. Like I said, I keep saying this. He plays with his head up. It is very rare players that you have to be very, very technically sound to play with your head up and assist and see. He always scans the field. That's why he's got such high assist numbers because he always scans the field. His head is always up. Something that he will fit like a glove in a Maresca system, especially with Cole Palmer, João Pedro, all these players that make those runs. They're going to link up extremely well. So yeah, I don't care if it's 70, even 80 or pay. I don't care. We need to sign him 100%.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. 100%. 100%. So I don't think today we have a lot of things to say. We just wanted to do a quick update about everything that is happening around Chelsea Football Club. So, um, anything like to add before we wrap it up, and also big up to England for winning the women's what you call Europe
Euros, yeah.
Euros. So, anything like to add before we wrap it up?
Yeah, and obviously they have quite a few Chelsea players in there as well. So yeah, definitely they did, especially the goalkeeper. Amazing. So
Six of them.
congratulations to the women.
Six of them. I
No,
think it's Ham, Hannah
Hannah Hampton, yes,
Hampton,
yes.
Lucy Bronze, Charles, Welsh, James, and
James, obviously. Yeah.
Aggie Jones.
Yeah, so they got a nice core of Chelsea players, yes. So yeah, look, like I said, the keeper was amazing. So congratulations to the girls. Yeah, well done. Yeah, look, nothing much more to say. I'm just waiting. Really want this Xavi Simons to get done. Hato as well. I think they're both very good signings, especially for me. Simmons, like I said, when I look at players and I rate players, for me, number one is obviously technical ability, but number above that, because if you can keep your head up and you play with the ball at your feet, you're already a master of technical ability. But if you when you got your head up, yeah, that's for me, that's number one. So yeah, I really think he will have a big impact, especially playing with Cole Palmer and those other technical players around him, Enzo Fernandez, etc. Yeah, he will really fit like a glove, and I think he could take us a next little level up. I think he's that type of player that really will elevate out the players around him. Um, like I kept saying about Noni Madueke, that's why I didn't quite. He plays with his head. See, Noni Madueke is the opposite. Plays with his head down all the time. He hasn't got that technical ability. Yeah, he's not bad at dribbling, but only one on one. You have to be on open space at full speed. That's the only time.
Mm.
Other than that, he doesn't assist at all, Noni Madueke, like zero. Well, Xavi Simons, if you look at assist numbers, they're pretty high. I think 21 assists or something. So he's an assist machine as well. So that's what we need, especially with our new strikers. I think he'll, like I said, he will create a lot of chances for everyone around him. Plus, he's a very good goal scorer and shots. He's got a strong shot on him as well. That all comes up. That all comes from playing with your head up. You're always scanning the field and seeing, looking at the goalkeeper and looking at your teammates, etc. So let's just cross our fingers this gets done. That's the one I'm most excited for. And yeah, I think if we get him, Hater, I think the transfer window is probably 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it seems like this guy want a update for the left back, right? Just let me just give him a quick update then from Fabito Romano, and then so that I can make him happy. Let me do this. Let me just share the screen. Uh, this is what Fabrizio Romano said 1 hour ago. Let me just do this.
And they're both quite,
This is what he had to.
yeah, and both the players are like Chelsea sort of fans growing up as well. They love Chelsea, watching games, looking at some of our players. They have a bit of they always. I've seen some interviews where they've mentioned that they really like Chelsea. So that's a big bonus on top of that as well. If a player already has a bit of a liking to Chelsea already, well, that just makes it even sweeter.
100%. So as you can see, if you don't like the percentage stuff, says 70% chance and 80% chance, but just get the job done. Don't tell us about these percentages. And big up to Blue Dad. Says Houghton Simmons will boost our chances. Very, very happy with the signings. 100%, bro. They are versatile players, so I think that will fit us very well. And Dante, just to add on that, right? You see now this transfer window, we're not just signing the players for the sake of signing them.
No,
We're actually adding versatile players. So I think that is a good thing for us
system
as well.
players. They're system players for Maresca's
Yeah,
system, especially. Yes, 100%. I think obviously Maresca's got a very large hand in that as well. Um, yeah, we're not going for just the player for the name. Like most big accounts on X want, they want big names and players that don't fit in our system, but that's the players they want. And that, no, it's quite the opposite. We're going for system players, high potential system players, but very, for a young age, very experienced players as well. Internationals for their countries, starting internationals, not just internationals. They start for their countries. So they're young men, but very experienced young men. So perfect choices, perfect profiles, in my opinion, and definitely Maresca's involved with this as well. Yeah,
yeah, 100%. So thank you, Dante, for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you to Phil. We had Blue Dad. We had Willie Kelly. Also had Coachella, our friend here. Anthony. We had Safety, Steven, Kopama, Batman. Those that I haven't mentioned you, Abdi Charles. I'm only human. See you in the next stream.
still world
Peace.
champions. Take care, guys.
You'll never see that.
Cheers,
Cheers, bro.